Hey, what's up, everyone? I'm Nagaris. Go to www.nagaris.com, and I'm on Graphic Tongue. For real.
Well, welcome back. This is Graphic Tongue. Today we have Nagaris Johnson with us.
What's happening, everyone?
So we're just gonna open up, a little bit about yourself, give a little rundown, the background about Nagaris Johnson, like who you are.
Started off music producer. Things have evolved over time and what my roles and the things that have done and what I'm doing. Background history, Mansfield, Louisiana native. 30 minutes south of Shreveport, really small town, population of like 5,000 people. So when you think about getting it out the mud, I am consider myself one of these success stories of coming from a small town, come from a broken home, and just have a strong foundation coming from the church. Mom instilling God leadership early on in my life, and really believing and walking the walk of faith. So I'm led by God, and anything that people come to me and I meet different people on my journey, I'm just really excited about it. So music production, ADR engineering, live sound, so anything dealing with audio production, I'm that guy.
I guess you're gonna say, you're not new to this, you're true to this,
for sure.
This is a lifestyle.
For sure. It's definitely a lifestyle. Definitely a lifestyle.
For sure. So I want to ask, what does your work necessarily aim to say when you're in different modes? Like, I know you did some ADR for some anime,
sure.
But you also have done some music production and have certified gold in it, so you're not just, doing music, you top of the line, going up the charts.
For sure.
So,
my mission as a business and as a brand is to create a memorable experience, right. All the way around. When you work with me, whether in the studio, in an ADR session, live sound gig, we're about to have an awesome time. It's going to be something that's going to be memorable. So my mission is to bring a unique experience to someone's life that they can look back on in time, and every time they see that or every time they hear that, they go back to that moment and they can relive that in their mind. So it's like memory timestamps for me and what I create. So if those things get certified gold, that's just icing on the cake.
Right.
Because the memory in that, the essence of the experience, could be way more valuable than a gold record. That could be a spiritual blessing, that could be a mental blessing for someone, and it could be a financial blessing. So I do want to get paid at the end of the day too. For sure.
Yeah, we all want to get paid. We're all artists working to that ultimate goal, to get paid off our art. But I honestly wanted to bring it up because a lot of times as artists we try to find our footing inside our own lane. And sometimes the lines kind of do get blurred where you get caught up in the accolades of the Grammys and different things of that nature. Just kind of forget about the essence of where it starts. And that's what you talked about, like being in that moment with the people, the opportunities, making those memories and like living off of that rather than like the gold. So
yeah, for sure. Because it's really about, for me, every artist is a Beyonce, or every artist is, to me, is a Jay-Z, or a Kanye, or some, Taylor Swift, or Adele. When I go into a studio situation, I just really enjoy working with high quality talent. So the talent might not be, the biggest pop star in the world right now, but the ingredient could be just of its quality of an Adele or of a Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And so for me, I consider myself a high quality ingredient, and I want to work with other high quality ingredients, because the pieces of that go into whatever we're making is what's going to, the product is going to be that much better. Right. And so whether they have a big name or not, if they're really great at what they do, I want to work with those individuals. And that's, to me, that creation of high quality ingredients is what makes the product what it is. And Papa John say, better pizza, better ingredients, better pizza. You know what I mean? So you can't go wrong with a pizza lover.
Facts. I like that, better pizza. Every time I hear that, I'm gonna think of that now.
For sure.
But okay, so what is, I guess now moving to the next question. My next question would be like, what is your biggest influence, I guess, in your audio when you're mixing and when you're producing and doing beats, or when you're doing ADR? What's your biggest influence?
My biggest influence is the feeling. Can I connect to the soul of me? It's not even about an external value from someone else. It's more of an internal value within self. Am I mixing at the highest level that I can? I have to give it my all. So if you ever look at my photos, if you follow me on Instagram at I Produce the South, you will always see that my pose is like this, like in all of my pictures, because I have gave it all. Like I have in this session that I have just had, whether it's with a no name or a big celebrity, I have gave that session my all. Every mix I have gave it my all. So I have nothing left in my hands, but my hands is also willing to receive. So if you want to bless me, I would like both of them filled. You know what I mean? So whichever way, Right. So it's like I'm mixing for myself. I'm not mixing for no one else. I see my higher self, and I think that is my God. Like I literally mix something that's going to be pleasing to God. Even if it's trap music, the mix of that needs to be like, God can listen and be like, yeah, boy, you mix your ass off on that one. Like, that's hard. So that's really, my goal and where I'm going for. Like I don't, that's the motivation behind everything is just really self-fulfilling. Am I connected to the soul of me? And when I'm mixing this, do I feel this? If I'm mixing a trap record, do I feel like I'm in the trap? Like I want to have that feeling and connect with that. And so that's where it all stems from. I'm not externally and if people like it, that's just icing on the cake. You know what I mean? But I do have that high standard. Like if it's not tight, it's just not tight.
Yeah, it's just not it. It's not
it. And it's not. It could be it for someone else, but for me, it's not it for me. And so I, when people ask me to critique music and things like that, I have to ask them like, is that really what you want? Because I'm not gonna sugarcoat anything. I'm really gonna tell you, if I consider it garbage, that's, you ask my opinion. If I walk into a studio and I hear something that's not appeasing to me, I'm not just going to give my opinion. I'm going to let people create and just be in their natural element, however they want to create. It's not up to me to judge your creation. But if you ask my opinion, then I'm going to give you what's authentic to me.
And you what invite I like. Me in at that point too.
Exactly, to critique your work. So that's what's going to happen.
What would be your advice to the young artists that's coming up trying to develop their craft or find their voice or find their footing? Or what would kind of be your advice to them to help them find that?
A lot of work. All right. First thing, your work ethic got to be phenomenal. It has to be, Kobe Bryant-esque.
Right. Yeah.
In the work ethic. Like you have to do whatever you want to do, educate yourself in it, be aware, like become the business. Now you will have jobs. You might have to work and do what you do, your dreams and to pay for those different things. Right. So my the advice is, every day grind towards something. If you have to work a 9-to-5 and your dreams is becoming better at audio and you have to work a warehouse job, then listen to while you're working, put on headphones and listen to podcasts, sing notes, and like think out. You know what I mean? Like you have to own your time.
Right. Yeah.
Is the biggest advice. Like really take your time as valuable. So for me, the first thing that hit me is I have to ask myself the question. Not necessarily what do I want to be? Like what is the goal that I'm trying to reach? It's like what are you willing to give up to achieve that? And the first thing that people ask is, can you give up sleep?
Right.
Can you give up sleep to achieve your goal? Can you give up PS5 to achieve your goal? Can you give up Netflix to achieve your goal? And if those answers are no, how bad do you really want it? Like, oh, no, I just cannot give up, playing Madden. Like, I just got to play Madden. Okay, then, well, you just going to be badass in Madden and subpar in whatever talent that you want to do for your life.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like, really owning your time, right? And so everything you have spare time is got to be, one, family, right? Because you can get a lot of inspiration from family time, right? So you have to allocate the right amount of family time into your life.
Right, yeah.
One, right? Two, the rest of that time need to be working on your craft. Like, is that educational pieces, learning the technical ability of what you're doing, so your techniques is correct. Are you, researching the business side of your business so you understand how business structures are set up for you to be successful? And a lot of times people lack on the actual business side as creatives. They just don't want to do the paperwork, the admin, the boring pieces of the so-called business piece. But for me, that is setting up the buckets, because when the money come in, you better have your buckets ready to catch all of the dollars, coins around, because if not, it's going to be a lot of money wasted that you did not catch. You know what I mean? So set all your buckets up. And that way, whenever you're getting ready to create and you're putting out, you're protecting yourself, you're protecting your music, you're protecting your family, and you can just grow and develop. And statistics, analytics, all these things is at your disposal. Use them, and we're gonna destroy the light. That's great.
I just get so nervous.
Good.
All right, we're gonna break our neck on this set. How are we gonna do it?
I'm just gonna break a few bones. I'm just gonna knock over equipment and everything.
I'm just gonna tear my ACL.
So we're back. Moving forward. Okay, I want to really just ask, how do you develop your business? Because ultimately, at the end of the day, like Jay-Z said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. So like, how do you I guess like advice on cultivating and creating your business and keeping it going and reaching out to people, collaborating, just navigating the music world, and ultimately just building, to what you want?
Yeah, for sure. The business aspect is based off of several things. The first, I guess, and foremost, is develop an actual business structure, whether that's a LLC, DBA, LLP, S Corp, C Corp, whatever that structure may be. Sole proprietorship is not a true structure, but it is. You could have a DBA, right? So establish some foundation as far as how you want your business structured, right? After you do that, obviously create bank account, get EIN numbers, all these different things, right? If you have no idea what I'm talking about, Google or come see me, whichever way,
right?
Develop a business structure. Then at that point, it's really going to be based on your why. Why do you do what you do, right? And not just to make money, right? The money will come, but what is the real essence and the mission and why you want to do what you want to do, right? Exactly. Artists, if you're want to change someone's life through music, or create creative technology to help the blind, or whatever, it's a why you do what you do. And at that point, you can connect with other individuals that do and can align with your why. And that'll give you your path, per se, as far as how business should go. Solely based off your why. Because you wouldn't just take any business if your missions doesn't align. If your mission is providing cool jackets, you don't want to be appeased with, maybe, I don't know, like something else. I don't know. It has to align. You want to make sure your message and your mission aligns with other individuals that you want to work with. And those things, again, money and all those other things will come in, because you're constantly perfecting your why. Right, why am I doing this? Okay, cool. So when you're creating based on that why. So at that point, you can see the fans that need that why. Right? If you're delivering cool jackets, it's people that go out and they search for cool jackets. That is going to be your fan base, the ones that want the coolest jackets. Right? So you're gonna put your brand out there, and you're gonna see these analytics come in on what these people look like. Right? And so from there, you can build cool marketing campaigns, because if most of the people that buy my cool jackets is 17 to 35 males and things like that, then I'm gonna find a cool 17 to 35-year-old male to I put a jacket on, one of my cool jackets, take photos so they looks like them to attract more cool people that look like that to want these jackets.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like small pieces of the puzzle that is given to you to run business tools and being able to spend your money with the right people.
Right.
Right. So if you got to spend money, you just don't want to spend money just because you want to spend it with the right individuals that's going to give you the return on your money. Otherwise, you know, this industry will just, you know, gobble up your little hundreds or thousands or hundreds of thousands. Either way, like they will, because if it take, especially in the entertainment business, if it take money, like, you know, I said all the time, like NFL players want to be rappers, basketball players want to be rappers, rappers want to be basketball players. Like, if it take money, all it took money, your favorite NBA star would be on the top of the charts.
Exactly.
Like, it takes more than that. Grassroots followers, how to build those different things. So, the lane, develop a business structure, perfect your why you're doing it, and really hone in on your ability and get really good at what you do. Because you're an ingredient yourself. I talked about the ingredients earlier. If you become the best ingredient in your city, the best ingredient in your region, the best ingredient in the business, you know, it's gonna cost money. To get that ingredient to come do whatever it takes. So, or, you know, you just genuinely love to go do it, and so money might not appease you. It could be, again, you know, just working with cool people and having something put out on a big stage.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's my advice, guys. You know, it's not hard. It is hard as hell, but
you're gonna
it's easy at the same time.
Right. Get your own apple pie.
I guess, exactly. It's like always. It's like, you know, for me, even as an educator, it's like, how can you make something complex simple? Right. And you know, people say like, oh, that's a gem. Like, oh, you was dropping nuggets in class today. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it'd be like this. It's the small things. It's like, how do you take this complex situation and find the most common missing pieces, and just providing those filling in the cracks just make the foundation like so much stronger. And I think like to me, that's what I want to provide. Is like, here go this nugget, you know what I'm saying? It's a little piece, but when you put it in your mouth and you swallow it, you are a crazy fool. You're walking around like, bro, oh my God, like that was crazy. You're mind blown. It explodes in your mind, you know? That's what it's about. It's just like, you be like, oh, I ain't never thought about it like that. I'm like, I know. Now go off. Go have fun. Go make a whole lot of money.